This conference will now be recorded.
Well, welcome back to our advanced use training videos on DuctQuote. Today we're going to be talking about customizing your proposal. Now, we've already created a proposal, but let's take a more detailed look at what you can do to customize it. So if we open any project, we're just in the project file where we've been working previously on these training videos. I can select a layout. Here's our most recent. And I can click the Open Proposal button to get to our proposal writer. Now, this opens our proposal writer, and across the top here, the Include, you will see different sections that we can turn on or off simply by checking the box. So here, the proposal data, we can turn on or off simply by checking the box. And as you see, we also have the calculation data there, which we can turn on or off by checking the box. And even with this calculation data, we can add additional calculation details by checking the Details button. Again, it can be turned on or off. So for right now, we're going to start with just the project data and the quote because that is the most commonly used group. So as you can see here in the quote area, we again have checkboxes to allow us to decide what's going to actually be displayed. So for instance, the show components, that's as simple as it sounds. It is going to show or not show the bill of materials. Okay. So then show weight, as you can see, we don't have it checked. If we do check it, sometimes weights are not entered into the database. So if we check that, here we go, are the weights that we have recorded. We can also show pricing. All right. We can show the item number, as you see here, turn it on or off. A freight estimate. Now, a lot of folks get confused about this. Here, if we have this checked, then our PDF, when it is generated, will include a line that has whatever we enter here as a freight estimate. DuctQuote is not able to reach out and magically find a freight carrier for you and get a quote. That's just a little too complicated. But your Duct guy can certainly reach out and get you a freight estimate if you want to enter it there or have them enter it. So moving on, notice that we can turn all of the pricing on or off, or we can take just the line pricing off. Now, if we scroll to the bottom, we still get a grand total, but not individual prices. Okay? And of course, the show the freight estimate we've just talked about. Now, if you want to show a discount, we can turn this on, offer a discount. Let's just say that you're going to give them, say, a 5% discount. And you'll see that we now have a discounted price, and it is showing what that discount is. Now, understand there are some items, typically fabricated items that are special, not standard. They will have a maximum discount allowed, and you might see the number here not match the number here, and it's just that the maximum's been hit. All right? Now, the last thing that I want to make sure to let you know is that in each section that you have here, for instance, the proposal section is the first, there is a actual text box that we can enter notes, text, anything here as well. At the bottom, we have another one for this section and so on. Okay? So that's really important. Now, one of the things that you might definitely want to do is to add your 3D drawing. I would recommend doing this to every single proposal that you create. Now, there is something to be said for less is more. And the reason that I say that is as we look at this looks very much like what you would see when this is installed. You've got your floor, you've got your machines, you've got the duct. Up here in options, you can start turning things on. For instance, the section numbers. Well, that may or may not be important, and we'll talk about how it might be in a minute. You could show section icons, in other words, where you've installed gates or accessories. And we could also show diameters, and we can show lengths. And as you can see, things start to get a little bit crowded. So it's very often better to show less. Now, if you're going to have something like your order of install, then showing the section numbers would be important. But for right now, you might want to just show this. You would position it so that it looks best, add to the proposal, and you'll see down here at the bottom we've added that. And at this point, we could process to generate our PDF. And typically I have it emailed to me, but right now we'll just show it on the screen so that you can see it. And here we have our project data. We have our bill of materials with pricing. And there we have our actual image. Now, a few more things. First, you're probably going to want to brand your reports with your logo, not the US Duct logo. Here on this panel, and at the top of the report here, if you will send us a clean copy of your logo, we can attach that to your company profile in DuctQuote, and DuctQuote will automatically tag a report that you generate with your logo. Even if you have your duct guy draw the drawing, if you generate the report, it'll be branded with yours. The only place our logo stays is down there in the bottom corner of the drawing. Now, the other thing to mention has to do with this 360 icon. This is a link and opens to an interactive version of your layout. This would allow your client to manipulate it, to move it around, to rotate it, to zoom in and out, and to inspect it with you. This is something, if you will go through with them, we have found really works to actually close deals. Well, so create your proposals as you see fit. And the next video, we're going to be looking at how to create that interactive link without having to go all the way to the proposal. You can actually do that from the layout with the ability to pop that into an email and send to your client. Look forward to talking to you.